Live from our studios at One Television Plaza, this is your Mid-Ohio Valley Morning Brief.
Good morning, Mid-Ohio Valley, and thanks for joining us today for your morning brief. I'm Emma Grace Myers.
And I'm Henry Grof, and we finally made it to the month of March.
Winter is in my head behind us. I don't care if
it's not behind us yet.
I don't care. It's behind us in my head.
Well, it felt like it was behind us on Saturday because of how nice and sunny it was.
Beautiful.
Hopefully everybody was able to get outside this past weekend, because now we're going to be talking about rain, and plenty of it. But this morning we are going to be dealing with those snow showers. We do have that winter weather advisory in place until noon, so some icy spots will be possible on the roadways. But again, it is until noon, so once we get to the afternoon, we're going to be warming up. Few showers will be around, but then more wet weather is on the way over the next several days. So looking at the next 24 hours, those snow showers come to an end by around noon to 1 o'clock, and then we have those showers coming back later on this evening. But temperatures are going to be well above freezing and staying in the 40s heading into tomorrow, where we will be getting back into the upper 50s, but continuing to track more warm weather, including those 70s on the way. But I'll have more details on that, and also talking about our rain chances over the next several days in your full forecast coming up. But for now, let's take a look at some top headlines this morning. Emma Grace?
Yeah, we're gonna start off. You were not a Boy Scout, correct?
I was for a little bit.
Okay.
And then I was a Boy Scout counselor back around 2021.
Okay, so did you participate in the Pinewood Derby?
Once, yes.
Once.
Or maybe twice.
Okay, well, I obviously was a Girl Scout, but my older brother was a Boy Scout, so I always got to be in like the siblings league of the Pinewood Derby. It was a big deal. I'm very competitive, which is not surprising.
Did you win any?
I did. Once. I have a trophy. I actually don't think I probably still have a trophy, but I had a trophy.
Used to have a trophy.
At one point in my life, but local scouts here in the Mid-Ohio Valley got to participate in the 2026 Pinewood Derby at WVU Parkersburg. According to the district executive with Cuyahoga District of the Buckskin Council, Andrew Murphy, the number of participants has increased for this year's race. Participants start with a slab of wood and can be as creative as they want and try to make the cars as fast as they can. Murphy adds this is a great way for scouts to get back into scouting activities for the new year.
The Pinewood Derby is a good reason to get with your family, to work on that car together, and to really build something that every Cub Scout and even outlaw racer can be very proud of.
The finalists of the 2026 Pinewood Derby are as follows: Noah Moyers in first, Kennedy Mahoney in second, Emily Ford in third, and Ethan Butchard in fourth.
I've been watching so much racing, I probably make my Pinewood Derby try to look like an F1 car.
What team?
Right now, I would probably try to make it look like a Cadillac F1 team.
Okay.
Maybe Ferrari.
Well, Ferrari hasn't had a great year, so you probably...
Well, that was last year. The season starts this weekend, and we are starting to see that maybe Ferrari is back on the upward trend. Who knows?
We can hope. We can hope for Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc.
We can only hope. Well, let's move on to our next story. So the annual Ohio River Hunting and Fishing Expo wrapped up this past weekend. The expo featured more than 65 vendors, food trucks, a kid zone, and shooting ranges. Organizers say the goal was simple: celebrate the outdoor traditions that define the region and shine a spotlight on local business. Co-owner of the barn at White Pine Acres, Heidi Comstock, says the turnout exceeded expectations with over 2,000 guests walking through the doors.
This is really just about supporting a community and supporting our small businesses that are out here trying to promote our outdoor traditions that are very important to us and that are really a big part of our region. So it really, seeing everyone come out and enjoy this event really makes all the hard work worthwhile.
Organizers say they're already planning next year's expo. And Emma Grace, you said you've been fishing before, right?
I say I've been fishing I have been at the place where people are also fishing. I tend to sit in a little chair and tan and read a book. I don't actually want to
But you
fish.
don't participate?
No.
It's been a while since I've ever fished. Yeah, probably since I was a young kid.
Yeah, it's yucky, like baiting the hooks with the live bait. It's ugh.
I don't know, I'd probably give it another try.
Okay, I wouldn't. I'll stick to my tan and read.
Come on, sometimes a lot of people, if you know somebody that's into Animal Crossing, we're always out trying to catch fish every single day, so why not try to do it in real life?
I would do it if I didn't have to touch any, like if I just had to touch the pole, I didn't have to touch the bait or a fish, I think I could get behind it.
I guess go with a friend and have them do the prep work.
Do all the gross stuff. I think that's a good metaphor for how I want to live my life. But, you know, it's kind of a chilly morning. It's going to be a very rainy week, so maybe you're in the mood for some soup. Well, maybe you got your fill over the weekend with the 26th annual Empty Bowls Luncheon at the First United Methodist Church in Williamstown. A member of the Empty Bowls of the Mid-Ohio Valley Committee, Cindy Brown, says this was another very successful year for the luncheon. She says all of the proceeds from the event go to several different food pantries across the Mid-Ohio Valley. Brown adds this event is important to her personally because of how much it gives back to the community.
I think in a community like this, and we have a fabulous community here, we have so many wonderful social programs, and this is just one more. And I feel it's very important that communities do this.
Brown adds with the popularity of the event, there are plans of moving to a bigger location next year to help with space for the event.
Wow.
What's your favorite soup?
I would probably go broccoli cheddar. Clam chowder is also a really good one.
Okay, interesting.
In between those.
Interesting.
What about you?
I feel like I'd say chicken noodle soup or like a potato soup with some like bacon and cheese.
Yeah, that's also another good option there too.
That's a good solid soup.
Have you ever had a bread bowl before with soup in the bread bowl?
At Panera, of course.
Yeah, I've also had some, there's also some other places, especially on the West Coast in California, that has some good bread bowls as well. Always thinking about that sometimes when the weather gets cold.
Yeah, I know, now I'm hungry. want some soup this morning. But we have a bit of a different thing for the end of this part of the morning brief.
Yeah, so one thing we want to bring up is a new show that's coming on WTAP, in fact, this afternoon.
Yeah, it's called Aging Untold, and it's focused on the journey of aging in America. Each episode features a panel of experienced industry professionals who offer insight and solutions for people entering the new chapter of life, as well as their caregivers. Here's Tisha Powell with a preview.
Everyone ages, but we don't have to do it alone.
I want them to look at it as being empowered.
Asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's actually a sign of strength.
Aging Untold, where real people, real experts, and real solutions meet.
It's going to be genuine, it's going to be positive, it's going to be loving.
I want to inspire candid conversations among people from coast to coast.
Stories and advice that matter.
This is what happens.
Where do you think you would be today if you didn't do this exercise?
I have no question, but the Parkinson's would be far worse than it is.
From staying healthy and finding the right care.
It's hard to have reality hit you like that.
To protecting your savings and spotting scams.
I'll never be the same.
It's a scam. Somebody has stolen my image and my content.
Honest and authentic talk that helps families plan smarter.
And then you're teaching them how to respond if they come up on that situation.
We're dealing with topics that affect each and every one of us.
From a panel of experts not afraid to keep it real.
We're learning from each other because we're coming at it from different perspectives. Like sometimes we're just gobsmacked by what each other say.
Aging Untold, we're on a roll.
Hosted by Aging Well coach Catherine Ambrose, gerontologist Sam Craddock, aging expert Amy O'Rourke, and board-certified physician Dr. Ray Rogers.
So I think there's a huge emotional issue going on.
Aging isn't the end, it's a new chapter.
Feeling a sense of purpose is the most important thing any one of of us as humans can have.
Aging Untold, coming soon.
I think it's so important to be looking forward.
I think it is education and resources.
It's an opportunity to learn.
We're all getting older. It's about time to talk about it.
Welcome to Aging Untold. And coming up after the break, a new coral colony was discovered and some AI use in fast food.
And looking forward to seeing what that's about, and also talking about rain. That's really just about it, just rain.
Now, here's your first alert weather update with meteorologist Henry Grof.
Well, we are going to be talking about plenty of rain chances over the next several days, but this morning we have some snow showers that will be moving through, and we do have that winter weather advisory continuing up until noon. Afterwards, we are going to see temperatures above freezing, so anything sticking to the grounds won't be there for that long, and that's all thanks to this low that's developing. But we do have a stationary boundary further down towards the south. This is going to be moving towards the north for tomorrow, and that's when we're going to introduce some more rain for the Mid-Ohio Valley, and we're going to be stuck with that chance of rain really over the next several days. You can see it around for Tuesday, continuing through Wednesday, and then some more into the next upcoming weekend. So let's talk about those snow showers for today. As that continues through the morning, could see some isolated heavy bursts of snow that will create those slick road conditions for us. But into the afternoon, we say goodbye to that. Temperatures warm up above freezing. Shower chances start to return towards the evening, and overnight tonight we could be looking at some pockets of heavy rain possible, but that best chance for some isolated heavy rain, that comes through for Tuesday afternoon, and we're stuck with that widespread rain throughout the entire day and especially into Tuesday night. So for Tuesday, we are going to be looking at that potential for some localized flooding because of that potential for pockets of heavy rain, because it's going to be easy to achieve over an inch of rain going into tomorrow. But through today and into this evening, looking at about a quarter inch of rain, even with all of that snow melted away. And then for tomorrow, here comes that heavy rain where we'll look at areas picking up over an inch of rain. So looking at your day planner ahead, we'll look at snow showers continuing through the morning into the early afternoon, but we'll get into those 30s. So that melts away, and even tonight temperatures staying relatively steady. For tomorrow, we'll be up into those upper 50s. So that's going to be another big headline for us over the next several days as we look at that chance of rain continuing, even that potential for some thunderstorms. It's going to get warmer and warmer by Wednesday into the 60s, and then we're into those mid 70s by Friday, upper 70s into Saturday. Now, time to take a look at what's trending. Well, what do we have for today's What's Trending stories?
If you're dreaming about warmer weather, maybe being on a beach, our first story is good for that, because a mother and daughter dive turned into a record-breaking discovery. The pair identified the world's largest known coral colony while surveying reefs off the coast of Australia. Located on the Great Barrier Reef, the colony stretches over 40,000 square feet. It's about the size of 15 tennis courts. The discovery comes as the Great Barrier Reef has faced repeated mass bleaching events driven by rising ocean temperatures. Scientists are examining whether the strong tidal currents and low cyclonic wave exposure in this area of the reef are what allowed the coral colony to survive. After the initial sighting, researchers verified and mapped the coral using underwater measurements and 3D modeling.
Those are pretty cool coral reefs.
Yeah.
And then look at all those colorful fishes as well.
Have you been snorkeling? Would you go?
I would probably never do snorkeling or scuba diving.
I would not scuba. I have snorkeled before. I'll be snorkeling in a couple of weeks.
Oh, have fun with that.
I'm a little nervous.
Hopefully you make some discoveries.
Maybe you'll see me talking about a crazy discovery I made in the ocean.
Well, let's move on to our next story. So, would you like a side of AI with your Whopper? Well, no. Burger King says it's piloting an AI chatbot named Patty in 500 restaurants. She's connected to worker headsets, and the chain says she can help with manners. It says the idea isn't to survey employees or enforce the script. Rather, it's to give managers feedback on hospitality norms. Burger King says Patty also can help manage orders and restocking. It says it wants to take Patty nationwide by the end of the year.
I hate
and
that.
I'm always skeptical.
I'm a certified AI hater.
I would have to bring up, there's this really good experiment that I saw on YouTube from the Washington Post about AI. They implemented it into their office as a vending machine.
Okay.
It ordered them a PlayStation 5.
Yummy snack.
And then also the AI tried to give out all of the snacks for free.
You know, I could get behind that AI.
So maybe this AI might go a little bit rogue and start giving out free Whoppers.
I could get behind some fries.
Some free fries as well?
Well, speaking of those fun facts from Henry, we have some fun facts about our Daybreak Trivia question. The question was, what color was the 1 millionth Mustang that Ford produced? And the answer is white. The sporty, affordable vehicle was officially launched 2 years earlier on April 17, 1964, at the World's Fair in Flushing Meadows, New York. More than 400,000 Mustangs were sold within the first year, exceeding sales expectations. The Mustang was conceived to be the working man's Thunderbird, according to Ford. And
that was all the way back then. There's no such thing as Thunderbirds anymore, and those Mustangs are getting more expensive to the day.
I know. My dad has a 1960 something cherry red Mustang.
Would you own a Mustang?
I think they're cool. I would own a newer Mustang. I don't know how to drive a stick.
Don't worry. At least majority of them are now automatic.
Well, that is good. But also old cars stress me out. I've driven my dad's Mustang twice in my entire life because I have been too scared to drive it. And one of the times it wouldn't start when I was in high school, and I just cried and called my dad and made him come pick me up.
If I had the money, if I won the lottery, I would try to own the Mustang GTD, which is their $300,000 road legal GT3 car. So it has a huge spoiler in the back. It's ginormous. But I would need mine to be designed like the race car version of it. And it's pretty cool. So in IMSA and World Endurance Championship, they use the GT3 Ford Mustang in competition. But on the door, they have the outline of the Mustang logo light up.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And I want that.
You want that specifically?
Yeah, I want that specifically. I want the Mustang logo on the side of the door, and I need it to light up like the race car does.
Well, we're learning so much about Henry's dream car. I
have a lot of dream cars.
Yeah, that's one of many, actually. But thank you guys for joining us today for your morning brief. He's Henry Grof. I'm Emma Grace Myers, and we'll see you again at the noon.